Hey, welcome to Two Doctors Homestead. My name's Daniel.
And I'm Janet.
And today we're going to demonstrate storing beans for long-term storage, right? So we have our 5-gallon bucket, we have a 5-gallon Mylar bag, we have oxygen absorbers, and now this is 10 500 cc oxygen absorbers. We're going to use 5 for 5 gallons. Technically you probably only need 300 cc's, but this is what we have, and I like having a little extra absorption. Since there's 10 in the package and we only need 5, we're going to put the other 5 in a mason jar and save them for later. And we also have our bag sealer. So the bag sealer isn't quite wide enough to do the 5-gallon in one shot, so we're going to get a little tricky on the angles. We'll show that to you. Of course, we have our Great Northern beans from Aldi, 2-pound bags. We have about 26 pounds here, so we'll see if they all fit in. Usually we do about 25 pounds to a bucket.
Yeah.
So here we go. All right, so first thing you want to do, of course, is put your Mylar bag in the buckets. And we'll start putting the beans in the bag. I'll just cut them. See? Now, Mylar bags, this technique you can use to store any dry goods, and it's going to dramatically extend the shelf life. The beans show about a 2-year shelf life on the bag, according to the University of Utah. When you store it in a low oxygen environment, in a cool, dry place, that can extend the shelf life almost indefinitely for the beans. You know, certainly 25 to 30 years. They'll stay fresh and maintain their nutritional value. And based on our age, 25 to 30 years pretty much is the rest of your life at this point. So you don't have to wait 30 years to eat them, but it's certainly good to know that they're going to stay fresh, you know, realistically as long as we want to keep the beans in the bucket until we're ready to eat them. Now, once again, you can use this on rice or any dry goods. You wouldn't want to pack anything with moisture in this kind of a setup. You don't want to introduce moisture into a low oxygen environment unless you have high levels of salt, sugar, or something else, because you could have to worry about botulism. But rice, beans, flour, you know, anything like that is good. You got it?
I've seen people baking their beans in the oven before they do it.
Yeah,
Is that necessary?
No, you don't need to. Like, we're going straight from the bag into the Mylar bag. So the oxygen absorbers are going to absorb all the oxygen in the bucket, in the bag, which would kill any bugs. So people bake them, they'll freeze them, things like that to get rid of any kind of insects. But realistically, the oxygen absorbers will take care of any kind of insects. All right, looks like we got our 25 pounds in there. So that's perfect, it fits good. So we get these out of the way. All right, so we have our bag sealer. It's gonna be a little tricky to close the bag. What we're gonna do is we're gonna come in at an angle, and then come in at an angle, and then go across. So for the oxygen absorbers, once you open it up, the timer starts on absorbing oxygen. So we're going to put 4 in the bag, or 5 in the bag, and 5 in the jar. We could probably seal one side, get the sealing started. So what we want to do is we're going to come in at a couple angles here to seal it up. Seal it yet. Turn that up a little bit.
Still on the corner, but it's not hot.
Alright, so it's not quite ready yet. Yeah, no, still warming up.
All right, let's wait till it's warm then.
All right, go up a little bit higher. Let's try that. So that's why I didn't put the oxygen absorbers in yet until we know we've got the bag sealing process down here. Still got, no, this is a heavy bag. Turn this up a little bit more. We were at 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to run it on 6. Getting closer.
And that is sealed.
Okay, so we have the seal there. Yeah, it is. Let's do another one just to be safe. You can feel this warming up. All right. Yeah, that looks good. We got a good seal there. So you see we've closed about half of the bag here is sealed. So on the next one, come in and catch the other side of the bag. It's just because the sealer won't reach all the way across. So we'll go ahead and get our oxygen absorbers in here now. We'll break this open. Once again, once these are exposed to the air, the clock starts ticking. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 2,500 cc's. As I said, it's a little bit overkill. And the rest of these are going to go in this little mason jar for next time. And that should at least preserve most of their ability to absorb oxygen. All right, let's try this. Now this is a food grade bucket, but because it's packed in Mylar inside the bucket, it may not really be necessary. Atwood's buckets are food grade. Home Depot buckets are not. Generally, check the bucket. Let's see if we get that.
Home Depot has some food grade buckets, but I've never seen a 5-gallon food grade bucket. I've seen like the 2 or 3 gallon ones before.
See?
Yeah, you just got a little tiny hole right
So
there.
now we got a little bit left in the middle, and we'll just kind of fold these down. And we'll get that last part there. Now there are other ways you can seal a Mylar bag. This is an impulse sealer. It's what we use. Certainly if you want to look at a different way, whether if you're like curling irons and stuff like that.
Flat irons.
Flat irons, those kind of things, but yeah. So that's it, the bag is sealed. Everything's in the bucket. That's 26 pounds of beans. The beans are about 1,600 calories a pound. So that's about 26 days worth of food, so almost a month's worth of food. You can get beans for about $1 a pound right now, so you're looking at just under a month's worth of food for about 26 bucks. So you got the cost of Mylar bag and the bucket. And then we got a bucket lid we'll put on there. But once again, this is going to be good now for, yeah, this will be good for 25, 30 years in this bucket. Because of the Mylar and the plastic, you shouldn't have a problem with rodents. Right, you know, the rat shouldn't be able to smell through the bag.
Shouldn't be able to
You
smell
have the
through it, but
protection.
a rat can get through plastic.
Oh, the rat could
Yeah.
eat through it, but yeah, it shouldn't be a big issue with rodents just because of the way it's stored. It should last, once again, it should last a long time. We've got a lot of good long-term food storage there at an affordable price.
A lot of calories in a bucket.
A lot of calories in a bucket. All right, that's it.
Yep.
Yep, thanks for watching, and we appreciate you.